Kung Fu Panda 4. Wow, why is there another one of these? I'm so annoyed. Okay, I promise not all these movies reviews are going to be like this, but this shit is annoying. Kung Fu Panda 3 should have been like How to Train Your Dragon 3. It should have ended there. That was a great ending. If you don't remember Kung Fu Panda 3, go back and rewatch it instead of watching Kung Fu Panda 4. There's really no reason for you to watch Kung Fu Panda 4. I mean, Kung Fu Panda 3 just had every element you needed. It was actually inspirational. You had Po trying to figure out who he was. The whole movie, he's just battling this idea of who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Even the ending scene. Shit, you could watch that, rail a line of pre-workout, and go max out on any lift in the gym. He's like shouting at the enemy in Kung Fu Panda 3, am I the son of a panda? Am I the son of a goose? I've been asking myself all these questions. Who am I? I am Po. I am Dragon Warrior. It's for a kid's show, there's so much emotion in that scene, and it's inspiring to a degree. Whereas Kung Fu Panda 4 was really just pandering to this young audience that, and obviously it's a kid's show, right? So it's supposed to pander to a young audience, but it's this new like iPad generation where you have to have all these flashy colors and all this bullshit in it, and it's just sucks. Don't get me wrong, for a rainy day movie, it wasn't bad, but it's not something you need to go see in theaters because there's no substance to it. You can't watch it as an adult and be like, wow, this is great. And that's what makes a good kids movie or good animated movie. Because these film studios, I don't know if they don't understand, but it's not just, the audience isn't just kids. The audience is also their parents, and their parents are going to recommend it to other parents. So they're only pandering towards these young ADHD kids who have had like a screen shoved in their face their whole lives. And they're not even pandering towards the audience of people that are going to appreciate the hidden meanings in it. It was just disappointing. That's all I can really say. If you don't want to be spoiled, this would be a good time to pause it. But the Furious Five are not really in the movie. They show up in the end credit scene. I don't know if the voice actors just decided, hey, we're not going to do this, or we don't want to do another Kung Fu Panda. But some of the most beloved characters in the entire franchise, like Tigress, does not have any screen time. It's just not there. And the villain's underdeveloped. It's how do you go from Death in Puss in Boots 2, who's a strongly developed villain, and the animation was great in Puss in Boots 2, but it's just the character is battling with this villain that's so developed with this haunting theme of music, to another villain that's just like, I want to take over the valley. That was the whole plot. It's like the villain doesn't have any substance. They just want to take over the world. How many times have we seen that? There wasn't anything that was great. The villain got so little time that it felt like they were just shoved in your face. Whereas all the other villains in Kung Fu Panda, you got Tai Lung, who is battling with this idea of he was trained and told he was going to be the best, and he feels betrayed. You've got the ostrich, or whatever the hell that thing was. It wasn't an ostrich. The peacock that felt slighted and just felt like they had to take out all the pandas because they were slighted and all this nonsense. I guess that wasn't very developed. But in the third one, you had Kai, who was coming back in and was just ready to do something great because his old master had betrayed him. He'd worked 500 years. And this villain is just some random that you see for 15 minutes. And it's just like, why? And then, I'm not saying it's like a feminist movement thing, but I don't know what to call it. If you watch all these movies like I have, Cars 3, you want Lightning McQueen the whole time to win. You want Lightning McQueen to beat the guy. Instead, Lightning McQueen pulls in and they spray paint the girl that he's been training with his number, and she wins the race. So he doesn't win the race. That was pretty much similar to this. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but he had a girl trainer, and yeah, I mean, take that as you will. It was just frustrating. The whole thing was frustrating. And again, on a rainy day, I'd watch it, but that's not a movie I would recommend seeing in theaters. Maybe if you have kids, go to it because there's nothing else out right now. Other than that, don't see it in theaters. I would give it, for an animated movie, maybe 5 out of 10. 5.5. 55%. It was all right. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you like these movies, tell me your opinion. I have rewatched the Indian Kung Fu Panda 3 several times. I'm just going to overlay that because that is the exact scene. And that's what I was expecting in this movie. Let me know if I'm being too critical.